Hey everyone, right now we're going to go through the week in cruising ending August the 11th, which is today, which is technically the beginning of the week. However, we're going to wrap up everything that's taken place in the last week in the world of cruising. So without further delay, let's go talk about it. Hey everyone, John here from Bite Size Cruises. Today we are going to go through all of the cruise news for this week in August, from the 7th to the 11th of August. We're not doing it live today, got a couple things going on, so we're just doing a pre-recorded thing that I just did this morning. So here we are, we're gonna talk about cruise news. If you are new to the channel, we're a travel agency just trying to give you the best information possible about cruising. If that sounds good to you, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel. When we do these cruise news, things to keep in mind here, we don't sensationalize at all. We're not gonna clickbait you. We're not gonna continuously harp on bad news. We don't talk about man overboard situations or anything like that. Those things are personal and private to those people's families. Other people cover them. That's totally fine. Everybody can do whatever they want here on YouTube, obviously. So it's just not for us. We don't cover those things. We try to keep everything a little more positive and uplifting about cruising. So I'm always saying that because I know there were some issues this week and we will not be covering them. So just so you're aware of that. If you're looking for that, go head over to one of those other channels that's gonna clickbait you with something terrible that's happened this week in cruising. Doesn't seem to make sense if we love cruising that we would just harp on the negative all the time. So let's talk about it. First story is Explorer One, the luxury brand of MSC Cruise Lines, has had its first anniversary for cruising. The Explorer One looks beautiful. Those cruise ships look beautiful in general. I need to get on one of the luxury brands these days coming up at some point. They are very expensive, and I genuinely tend to not enjoy those really small, luxurious cruise ships. I know it's crazy, right? The level of service is amazing. The food's amazing. All those things are great. I just love the mass market cruise ships. I love having a lot to do. I love going to shows like aqua theater and ice skating. So I trade that off. I trade off the crowds and all the craziness of regular cruising for that luxury and super high level of service. I just don't, for whatever reason, I just don't enjoy the super quiet evenings where there's nothing going on. I'm just gonna go, I'll wind up going to bed by 8 o'clock, and I don't wanna do that. So for me, it's a little bit better to hang out on the little more crowded big cruise ships. I know it's contrary to a lot of people, what a lot of people think, but it's just, just my thing. Next cruise news story is a really fun one I read from cruise.blog. They're part of the RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com network. Matt from Royal Caribbean Blog was on our live stream on Wednesday. Go check that out. So anyway, this girl, her family was going on a cruise on the Norwegian Jade. They were not taking her on the cruise. She got really smart. She joined the Facebook group and asked all of the people in the Facebook group to help her prank her parents. She sent them pineapple magnets, and a bunch of people joined in, and they put pineapple magnets, upside down pineapple magnets, on their door every day of the cruise. Really, really, really funny. If you don't know, upside down pineapples on cruising signifies swinging. So the parents had fun with it. They actually bought pineapple shirts before they left, not knowing. And they were wearing their pineapple shirts, which is really funny. And they did, in fact, get a good kick out of it. They got their picture taken in front of the doors a bunch of different times. Really, really, really funny. They had a great attitude. And the dad said, "I told your mom we should just go for it." And she said, "Well, I'm thankful that you didn't." So there you go. It's really, really, really funny. Great cruise news story there. I love those type of funny stories. So next up, a new cruise ship is going to have a $1 million man overboard electronic system. This is really cool. So they are cameras and sensors on the side of the ship that can detect if somebody goes overboard. There's a UK-based company called Mars, M-A-R-S-S, and they have this Mobtronic, man overboard tronic automated system. And basically what this does is it's going to alert everyone if something goes overboard. So instead of relying on somebody to reach out and say, "Oh my God, something happened," or "I saw something," this automatically alerts the staff, the captain, everybody else, so that they're aware of this and they can immediately take action. It's going to get the rescue support team going. I love that. I think it's really great. It does happen on cruise ships. Most of the times on those, as I talked about, I think they're very private and personal things. And most of the times people are not falling off of cruise ships. They're jumping off of cruise ships. So it's already super sad. So thank God they're doing something like this to try to help out a little bit to mitigate that. Next cruise news story. Princess is announced the launch of Medallion Net Max. If you don't know, Medallion is their little wearable that they give out to passengers on the cruises on most of the newer Princess cruise ships, anything that's Medallion capable. And basically this gives you the ability to like get into your room. They're really cool. You can get them customized. I wish they would work for multiple cruise. I wish you could like buy one and then they could just activate it for your cruise, but you have to get one every time. But you can order drinks. It controls your Wi-Fi, a bunch of different things. So they've now announced that they're going to have this Medallion Net Max for Princess Plus and Princess Premier packages. It's really cool. It is an upgraded internet experience using new satellite constellations, and there's going to be a Wi-Fi access point in every single stateroom. This is really cool. You're seeing now the evolution of Starlink, where people are using Starlink and then they're adding onto it to really try to improve the internet on cruise ships. I know a lot of people like to shut down on the cruise ships, but as we move forward, there are going to be a lot of people that want to work remotely from cruise ships, want to keep in touch with family. This is really cool. It is the Classic is $24.99 a day and $44.99 a day if you get two packages. This one has not been announced the price yet, but it is going to be more expensive, obviously, than that. And the connectivity seems outstanding. It's somewhere around 2.25 gigabits per second on the ship. Most cruise ships are around 10 to 20 megs per second. This is crazy that they're upgrading it and they're seeing these amazing speeds. So we'll see what happens with this. I think it's something really cool to look forward to as we move forward with technology. Next is a fun little cruise news story. MSC Cruises is going to be in a 2025 Brad Pitt film. It's going to be called F1. MSC is already a big sponsor of Formula One, and they are going to be jumping in here in this fictitious team, and they're going to be the sponsor of the car. It's really, really cool. The logo is going to be all over in the movie, so I love that. I think that's a great bit of cruise news, especially if you love MSC. They really are getting out there and marketing a lot and trying to get more of the North American market share. Speaking of market share, let's end our cruise news today on Disney. If you haven't cruised on Disney yet, they have amazing service. Their ships are beautiful, but they are extremely expensive. And Disney has decided now they're rolling out a bunch of new cruise ships. They've seen a decline in the theme parks, so they're trying to like get in on this cruise ship trend here before the pricing comes down, I think. So now what we're looking at is they are expecting the Disney Treasure is coming out this year. We have the Disney Adventure and the Disney Destiny joining the fleet in 2025. And then they have 4 more ships on order between 2027 and 2031. It's going to take them up to 13 total ships. That is amazing. It's going to give all of us cruisers more options, more inventory out there. I don't think pricing is going to come down anytime soon, unless there, something changes in the economy. But people are continuing to book and book and book. So that is it. The only other tiny bit of cruise news that there was this week was that Michael Bailey again talked about the Discovery class for Royal Caribbean cruise ships, which is going to be a smaller cruise ship experience. Interesting news. We talked to Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com this week on our live stream, and he mentioned he doesn't think it's going to be a really small ship like the Vision class ships. He thinks it's going to be something a little bit bigger, just smaller than Icon and Oasis. So that's really interesting. I'm really interested to hear the next steps on this. I think it's probably going to be announced before the end of the year. So that's exciting. So we will find out then. Thank you all for watching today. I really appreciate it. We would love for you to like and subscribe to our channel. Come along with us on this fun journey. We put out a brand new cruise video every single day, and we do a live stream Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow, and happy cruising. Bye.